Are you tired of cake pops that are dense, dry, and disappointing? What if I told you there's a way to get perfectly moist, round, and delicious cake pops every single time? Today, we're on a quest to find the absolute best cake pop maker on the market. But with so many options out there, how do you know which one to choose? That's where I come in. I've tested 7 of the most popular cake pop makers, and I'm going to give you the inside scoop on each one, from the duds to the diamonds. So grab a cup of coffee and let's get baking. Number 7. DDM007GBAQ04. Now I know what you're thinking. That's a donut maker, not a cake pop maker. And you're right, but this little guy is often marketed as a multi-purpose machine, and I've seen a lot of people using it for cake pops, so I had to give it a try. The Dash is a cute, compact appliance that comes in a variety of fun colors. It makes 7 mini donuts at a time, and the non-stick surface is a breeze to clean. The included recipe book has some fun ideas, but I found them to be a bit basic. I decided to use my go-to vanilla cake pop recipe to see how it would fare. The Dash heats up quickly, which is a definite plus when you're in a hurry. However, I found that it doesn't heat as evenly as I would have liked. The donuts on the outer edges of the machine tended to cook faster than the ones in the center, so I had to be vigilant to avoid burning. The non-stick surface worked well, and the donuts released easily with a gentle nudge from a silicone spatula. The biggest issue I had with the Dash is the shape. Since it's a donut maker, it creates donut-shaped cake pops, which isn't a deal breaker, but it's not the classic round shape we all know and love. Another thing to consider is the size. These are mini donuts, so they're a bit smaller than a traditional cake pop. Number 6. Holstein Housewares HF09013R. Much like the Dash, this is another appliance that's not specifically designed for cake pops, but it's often used for that purpose. The Holstein is a larger machine that makes 12 full-sized cupcakes at a time. It has a non-stick surface and comes in a vibrant red color. I was intrigued by the idea of making larger cake pops, so I was excited to give this one a try. The Holstein heats up relatively quickly, but I noticed some of the same uneven heating issues that I experienced with the Dash. The cupcakes on the outer edges cooked faster than the ones in the center, so I had to rotate the machine halfway through the cooking process to ensure even baking. The non-stick surface worked well, and the cupcakes released easily. However, the shape was a major issue for me. The Holstein creates cupcakes, not cake pops. While you can certainly put a stick in a cupcake and call it a cake pop, it's not the same as a perfectly round, bite-sized treat. Another drawback of the Holstein is its size. This is a bulky machine that takes up a lot of counter space. If you have a small kitchen, this might not be the best option for you. The included recipe book was also a disappointment. It was very basic and didn't offer any new or exciting ideas. Five. CucinaPro B08XM5NY89. This is another donut maker, but it's a bit more versatile than the Dash. The CucinaPro makes 7 mini donuts at a time, but it also comes with interchangeable plates for making waffles and other treats. The non-stick surface is easy to clean, and the machine heats up quickly and evenly. I was impressed with the even browning of the donuts, and they released from the machine with no issues. The donut shape is still a bit of a drawback for me, but the CucinaPro's even heating and consistent results make it a better option than the Dash or the Holstein. The interchangeable plates are a nice bonus, and I can see myself using this machine for more than just cake pops. The included recipe book was also a pleasant surprise. It had a good variety of recipes, including some creative flavor combinations that I'm excited to try. One thing to note is that the CucinaPro is a bit on the small side. It only makes 7 donuts at a time, so if you're baking for a crowd, you'll need to do multiple batches. However, the machine heats up so quickly that this isn't a major issue. The non-stick surface is also a bit delicate, so you'll need to be careful when cleaning it. I'd recommend using a soft cloth or sponge to avoid scratching the surface. Overall, the CucinaPro is a solid choice for anyone who's looking for a versatile and reliable donut maker. 4. Uncanny CPM-KIT-HK1. This is the first dedicated cake pop maker on our list, and it's a real treat for all the Hello Kitty fans out there. This adorable machine makes 9 Hello Kitty-shaped cake pops at a time. The non-stick surface is easy to clean, and the machine heats up quickly and evenly. I was impressed with the level of detail on the cake pops. You can clearly see Hello Kitty's face on each one. The Uncanny brand's cake pop maker is incredibly easy to use. Just pour in your batter, close the lid, and in a few minutes you'll have a batch of perfectly cooked cake pops. The non-stick surface works like a charm, and the cake pops release from the machine with no sticking or breaking. The included recipe book has some fun and creative ideas, including a recipe for a delicious strawberry cake pop that I'll definitely be making again. One thing to keep in mind is that this is a novelty item. The Hello Kitty shape is cute, but it might not be for everyone. If you're looking for a more traditional round cake pop, this might not be the machine for you. The machine is also a bit on the small side, so if you're baking for a large group, you'll need to do multiple batches. However, the machine heats up so quickly that this isn't a major inconvenience. 3. NVSIO B08XM5NY89. This is another donut maker, but it's a real powerhouse. The NVSIO makes 16 mini donuts at a time, which is more than double the capacity of the other donut makers on our list. The non-stick surface is easy to clean and the machine heats up quickly and evenly. I was impressed with the consistent results. Every donut was perfectly cooked and evenly browned. The NVSIO is a great option for anyone who needs to make a lot of treats in a short amount of time. The large capacity is a real time saver, and the even heating ensures that every donut is cooked to perfection. The non-stick surface works like a charm, and the donuts release from the machine with no issues. The included recipe book has some good ideas, but I found that my own recipes work just as well in the machine. One thing to note is that the NVSIO is a bit on the large side. It's not as bulky as the Holstein, but it will still take up a fair amount of counter space. The donut shape is also a bit of a drawback for me, but the machine's performance is so good that I'm willing to overlook it. The machine is also a bit more expensive than some of the other options on our list, but I think the large capacity and consistent results make it worth the price. 2. DSP KC1174-110VOI. This is another high-capacity donut maker that's similar to the NVSIO. The DSP makes 16 mini donuts at a time, and it has a non-stick surface that's easy to clean. The machine heats up quickly and evenly, and it produces consistently good results. I was impressed with the even browning of the donuts, and they released from the machine with no issues. The DSP is a great option for anyone who needs to make a lot of treats in a short amount of time. The large capacity is a real time saver, and the even heating ensures that every donut is cooked to perfection. The non-stick surface works like a charm, and the donuts release from the machine with no issues. The included recipe book has some good ideas, but I found that my own recipes work just as well in the machine. The DSP is a bit more compact than the NVSIO, so it's a good option for those who are short on counter space. The donut shape is still a bit of a drawback for me, but the machine's performance is so good that I'm willing to overlook it. The machine is also a bit more affordable than the NVSIO, so it's a great option for those who are on a budget. Overall, the DSP Mini Donut Maker is a fantastic option for anyone who needs to make a lot of donuts or cake pops at once. 1. Babycakes CPM-20. This is, without a doubt, the best cake pop maker on the market. The Babycakes makes 9 perfectly round cake pops at a time. The non-stick surface is a dream to clean, and the machine heats up quickly and evenly. I was blown away by the results. Every cake pop was perfectly cooked, evenly browned, and perfectly round. The Babycakes is incredibly easy to use. Just pour in your batter, close the lid, and in a few minutes, you'll have a batch of perfect cake pops. The non-stick surface works like a charm, and the cake pops release from the machine with no sticking or breaking. The included recipe book has a ton of great ideas, including some creative flavor combinations that I can't wait to try. One of the things I love most about the baby cakes is the shape. It creates perfectly round cake pops, which is exactly what I'm looking for in a cake pop maker. The machine is also compact and easy to store, so it's a great option for those who are short on space. The price is also very reasonable, making it a great value for the money. Overall, the Babycakes Mini Cake Pop Maker is the clear winner in our roundup. It's easy to use, easy to clean, and it produces perfect cake pops every time. The round shape, even heating, and non-stick surface make it a joy to use. Final thought. That's all for today, folks.